All right, our next video on EduAide is how to actually generate our content. So we've kind of looked and know how it's organized, and now we want to see what it can do for us. So I'm going to leave it at social studies in 9th or 10th grade, and then I'm going to start with under the planning category lesson seed, because again, I just feel like it's a good place to start because it gives you all these little seeds so that you can grow a great lesson. So I always like to start with lesson seed. And then I'm going to come down here to topic or keyword, and I'm just going to put causes of WWI for causes of World War I. And then I want you to notice this button in the bottom right that says enhance. So when we click that, it's going to turn this very basic topic that I have put in there, and it's going to transform it into this really nicely worded sentence. Students will be able to analyze the causes of World War I, including militarism, alliances, imperialism, and nationalism. So that sounds so much better than what I'd put in there, and it's going to give our AI tool a lot more to pull from to get some really good content. So then we're going to just click add to workspace, which we talked about was this area over here, and here comes our lesson seed. I'm going to move myself over. So as it's generating, you can just start looking down through here, some basic objectives, some prior knowledge they might need to know, some cue sets. Here's direct instruction strategies. Here's some practice assignments, team assignments, formative assessments, and then some deep questions. So what I want you also to notice at the bottom, if you remember from our categories, once you click on a category, there are all kinds of different things you can choose from. Well, when you choose a lesson seed, it gives you some good activities to pair with it. So it says now that you have these seeds for a lesson, you might also like to do this think, pair, share activity, or here is a reading comprehension assignment, or here's a taxonomy scaffolding that you might want to use. So let's just click on think, pair, share. It's going to add it to our workspace. You can see it's generating. So here's a think, pair, share activity that you can do with your kids. It tells you how to do it, how to run it in your classroom. And then also, in addition to that, it gives you some more options. So if you want to do this, but also try something else. So let's look at the reading comprehension assignment that it gives us. So you can keep adding to your workspace until you get exactly what you need. So here is an introduction. Here's some text you could give kids, and here are 5 questions based on that text. And it gives you instructions on how to use it in your classroom. One thing I really like about EduAide is if you notice here, you can always, of course, edit the content. So if there's not exactly what you're wanting your kids to know, you can edit it and add your own twist to it. If there's something in it that you don't want them to know at this point, you think it might just confuse them, you can delete it. But if you click on this transform, one of my favorite things in here, and there are some others, so you can change the lexile. So if you feel like you need to differentiate a little bit for a struggling reader, you can decrease the lexile and it'll pull the text down to a lower reading level. I like extract keywords, so let's click that. And what it will do is at the bottom, this is still this reading comprehension assignment. At the bottom, here are the keywords and the definitions out beside here. So it's pulled out some keywords out of this reading assignment. So I just really love that feature about it. So if you're like me, I get a little, I don't like all this clutter on the side, but I don't necessarily want to get rid of anything. So if you notice these little blue arrows, they will collapse the information and make it a little easier. So I'm going to collapse. So right now on our World War I topic, we've got a lesson seed, we've got a think, pair, share, and a reading comprehension assignment. Okay, and those are all 3 still here. So we can come back over here to our categories and say, well, in addition to that, let's see what games it might have. And so, one that might be fun is historical timeline. So, it might be important for kids to know the order of things in World War I. So I'm going to click that and then add to workspace. And it's going to pop it up right down here. So we've got these 3 collapsed, and here comes our timeline. And then it tells you how to use a timeline game, analyze and understand the complex factors leading to the war. So you could turn that into a game somehow. Or if you, I'm not really crazy about that one, so I'm just going to close it and it's not there. So then I might try this or that, and let's see if we like it better and add that to the workspace. Here's a little would you rather thing, some scenario questions, thought-provoking future scenarios, and then some bonus. So just kind of some thought-provoking questions that you could throw in there for your kids. And again, these are all still in your workspace. You can come back here anytime and add, whatever you want. So that's a little bit on how to generate content and how to use it in EduAide.